Welcome to the WVU Football pregame show. I'm Todd along with our WVU football writer Ed Owens. And Ed, today the Mountaineers return home after a bye week to take on Kansas. Interesting situation, obviously, here today with the Kansas coaching change. What do you expect?
I think what we should expect out of Kansas today is what we probably would have expected out of Kansas about a week ago. Dana Holgorsen said it himself, Kansas doesn't really have enough time to make wholesale changes to their plan. Offensively, defensively, it doesn't really matter. They're going to do what they've been practicing since the fall. So I think you can expect a Kansas team that's going to try to run the ball. They can't move the ball very well through the air. Defensively, they're pretty average. They don't really have much of a pass rush. Tied for 7th in the Big 12 along with WVU. But this is a Kansas team that you really should know what to expect from, whether Charlie Weiss is coaching it, Clint Bowen is coaching it. 3-4 weeks from now, that might not be the case, but I think today what you've seen out of Kansas is what you're going to get.
What do you see as the most important matchup?
Especially coming out of the Oklahoma game, I'm really interested in seeing what WVU's defensive line can do. They really got bullied against Oklahoma. Obviously, Oklahoma's offensive line is a lot different than what we're going to be seeing out of Kansas today. A lot bigger, a lot stronger, a lot faster, different caliber of athlete. But still, this is a Kansas team that ran for 315 yards in last year's game against WVU. And after Oklahoma ran for 301 2 weeks ago, I'm very interested to see how WVU's defense responds, especially up front. Tom Bradley and Tony Gibson were talking about how they can't afford to get single blocked, which is what Oklahoma had a lot of success doing. One offensive lineman blocking and really getting into that second level and taking on linebackers. If Kansas is able to do that, it's going to be a long day for WVU's defense, but I think they're going to be up to the challenge today.
We've seen this Kansas defense use some man coverage of receivers. That's going to be very interesting today when you've got a Kevin White and a Mario Alford. Could Kansas, afford to do that against those guys?
WVU running back Russell Shell said he hopes so. He says if they try to go one-on-one, if they try to man up against WVU's receivers on the outside, Shell said it's game over. He said they can't match up. He said no one really can match up against those guys in man. They're going to need safety help, and I'd agree with him on that. If they have to play guys over the top, and if they're using those guys in the secondary to help cover White and Alford, I think that's going to open things up for WVU's run game too, which I really think is what Shell was going for there. And this could be the game where WVU's run game breaks out and has some really big numbers.
We'll see how it plays out today. WVU in Kansas here at Milan Puskar Stadium. Please continue to follow our WVU football coverage on thedpost.com.